What's up, guys? Robbie Rays here. I'm going to give you my SALARIAN Infiltrator level 20 gold build, and I'm going to give it to you pretty quickly in this thing. I'm just going to show it to you, everything I recommend, and then we're going to discuss a lot in the gameplay. A lot of the stuff that I don't have time to discuss right now. So, we're only going to put 1 point in support systems, and he's going to play damn fine. That's the first thing you should be noticing when you're looking at this. Holy shit, 1 in fitness? Yeah, and you do fine with it, honestly, because with cloak, energy drain, and if you get good at using your dodge, and just killing the enemies fast, you're fine. So getting the sticky grenade, you're going to go for radius. That's really good. Spread the pain. It's already got good damage. You want to hit more people. We're going to get another 2. I'm hoping at some point there's some kind of passive nade capacity here that can go where Jug Shield goes, because that will make me definitely pick this. But for now, we're going to go for capacity. Armor damage, guys, I mean, shields are easy to deal with. Let's just be real. And you have energy drain, so the biggest targets, biggest bars are going to be armor. So we're going to go armor damage on this. Tactical cloak, we're going to pick up gun damage, power damage, melee damage. Super, super good. We're going to pick up some movement speed. I know that this is good. This is really good if you want to be on the objective, the device, and you just want to be cloaked the entire time. So I do recommend this, but this also is going to help you get there faster, and it's just going to help your survivability in general, being this fast. And we're not going to get the movement speed in the passive fitness. So, we do have this. And I have found that if I can, get to that device properly and be cloaked at least for a good amount of it, I'll be able to survive and get the job done. So, you don't want to cloak and run to the device, guys. You cloak when you know you're getting just about at the device. Then you cloak and then you start doing the device. And in general, your team should really be helping you out. So I'm going to pick cloak duration after attack. But again, guys, this is really good. Duration is good. Movement speed is good. It's kind of preference here. If you play with good people, I would go for movement speed. If you don't play with good people, I would go for duration. Okay, getting into the last evolution, we're going to take cloak duration after attack. This is godly, guys. 2 seconds after the cloak, you're still going to be in cloak, and you're still going to get your damage. In Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, you got this inherently, but you didn't stay cloaked. You still got the damage boost after you uncloaked for about 2 or 3 seconds. So they've made that an option you have to pick in this game. But what's cool is now your cloak stays on, which is really good. Energy drain, we're going to pick up recharge speed. Again, this power is not so much about doing tons and tons of damage. This power is about getting your shield back in those oh shit moments. So I'm going to go recharge all the way. And I know that it can be set up to prime, but honestly, guys, he doesn't have a detonator. If you have teammates, cool, but to me, I'd rather be able to detonate, even if I was playing with teams, I'd rather be able to detonate 4 fucking people with this. I think this is such an awesome evolution. 8-meter impact radius, and you get more shields per target. So, and remember, it does detonate, so you'll be detonating tons of shit for your teammates with this. So you got to think about it like that. Now I'm going to pick up damage over here, which is really good. Damage versus shields, damage versus synthetics. That's nice. This is also great too. This is preference. Oftentimes as a sniper, you will be far from your teammates. Not saying you aren't running and gunning. This gameplay will be running and gunning a lot, but this is just, I would still recommend damage, guys. If you're killing the enemies fast, your teammates won't need this. You know what I'm saying? If you're detonating a lot of enemies, your teammates won't need this. Offensive tech, we're going to pick up power damage, 20% to all power effect durations. We don't really care about the duration, and we don't care about this combo thing too much because we can't do our own combos. So it's not guaranteed that our teammates are going to be doing that. So I'd rather have this for all the time, doing more power damage with my nade and my, energy drain. And think about it, guys. If your energy drain does more damage, the combo is going to do more damage. You know what I'm saying? So picking up, not saying it's actually going to affect the combo's damage, but if the enemies have less of their shields and are weaker inherently when the combo goes off, then yeah, you can think of it like that. We're going to pick up armor damage here because, remember, this is mainly about getting our shield back. It's good that it's going to be hitting shields hard and synthetics hard, but mainly our sticky grenade is going to decimate. So we want to buff that up with here, some armor damage, really good. And over here, we're going to pick up this awesome, I love this. Using a power briefly increases weapon damage. 30%. 5 seconds. So what does that mean? You don't have to tactical cloak to get a weapon damage boost. In between your tactical recharge, you can energy drain and shoot and get a 30%. Even if you do tactical cloak and energy drain, you'll get this. So this is really good, guys. 30% is a big number, so I love that. We're only have room for 1 point fitness. This is going to help our shield regen and health regen. This is good, guys. Now, if you guys want to kind of play like this, but you're a little iffy about this, and I will point out right off the bat, this is a beautiful evolution right here. Once every 10 seconds using a tech power causes your shields to recharge. Damn good, guys. Damn good. But it's just we're energy rating every, 10 seconds or so, 15 or whatever. So, I'd rather just get my shield back doing that than, you know, spec all the way and get this. I'd rather max out my damage potential because this guy's an absolute slayer. So yeah, we're going to pick this up. What I was going to say is if you want to, you know, get a little bit, 20% more health and shields, because if you take a close look, guys, the next health and shield boost you get is here, and it's also only 20%. But you get movement speed. So if you want to pick this up, which is good, rank 2 is very good, I would consider dropping either the last rank of Sticky or the last rank of Energy Drain. Probably, definitely Energy Drain. I'd drop this and pick that up if I wanted to. But think about it, guys. I think once you watch the gameplay and watch how I play with him, you'll see kind of what I'm saying about his survivability, even though we only have 1 point in support systems. Alright guys, let's discuss quickly the weapons. Now I'm going to recommend the Vanquisher. It's my best sniper so far. It's such a great gun. It's forgiving. You can put out lots of DPS with it. Super good compared to the other ones that I have, so I'm highly going to recommend this. I'm going to put the ultralight and I'm going to put the thermal clip on it because that's what I got. You don't really need to be more accurate. I really don't see the point of that on a sniper. And as far as equipment is concerned, I'm going to highly recommend you take just the basic sniper rifle rail amp. I think my game just bugged. Yeah, it froze. But we're going to discuss anyways. Basically, guys, take a sniper rifle rail amp and take a power efficiency. Those are going to be the 2 best ones. You can take all kinds of different shit, but for me, I love taking sniper rifle and power efficiency. Again, the game is frozen, so we're just talking and we'll get into the gameplay. Oh wait, one more thing. As far as, you know, if you're going to go jug shield versus thermal clip capacity, because that's the 2 ones we have so far, I'm still going to go, jug shield over thermal clip. Get 10% more shields. Screw the thermal clips. I mean, you can get to the goddamn box and pick up your ammo. I really don't see the point of that. I'd much rather have more shields. Alright guys, that's the equipment, weapons, everything like that. We'll discuss more on the gameplay in depth. Fucking game freezing ridiculous. Alright guys, getting into the gameplay. Now, I just want to show you everybody the equipment I was using right there. So yeah, I put the jug shield on, sniper, power efficiency, that's what I like. There are a couple choices you have. Obviously, you can go for power damage, you can go for nade capacity. I mean, so many different things you can pick for that spot. But for me, guys, I really like to be able to use my powers fast and frequently, and I like my sniper to hit hard as a motherfucker. So that's what I'm going to recommend. Now, this gameplay is going to be great for you guys to watch because I'm going to demonstrate something that if you're like a seasoned Mass Effect 3 player, you'll understand this, but if you're coming from other games, you probably won't get this. Or maybe if you never considered even a Mass Effect, you may not know this. But guys, just because, and I talked about this a little bit in the gameplay of the Vanquisher, just because you are using a sniper rifle does not mean you're on the ass end of the map, you know, picking enemies off from far. You do excel at doing that, but don't think that you cannot run and gun. Because in this gameplay, I'm going to be running and gunning a lot and very effectively. And anyone can do it effectively. It's a great tactic to be able to do. Because what's the biggest drawback of a sniper rifle? It's that, like, well, shit, now I'm not going to be good at close range, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. This guy is going to really, I'm going to show you in this gameplay. You can run and gun, you can play from far, you can basically do any fucking range when you use a sniper rifle in a Mass Effect game. That's how it is, guys. Now, the second big point I want to bring up is, you know, I'm sure people are still kind of a little shaken by my decision that I told you in the beginning. I'm only putting 1 point in fitness. But remember, guys, first of all, in general, with Mass Effect Andromeda, your survivability has gone through the fucking roof. And I'll tell you why. The movement and mobility. That alone has taken every character's survivability and put it through the goddamn roof. You know what I'm saying? If you are a gamer, you know, that's been with the Mass Effect series, you will appreciate this mobility so much. Now, if you're new to the series, you may not just get, you know, just how big a deal it is for us that we have this kind of mobility now. I know it probably seems commonplace for like most gamers. Like, this is just the basic shit. This is in every game, right? This kind of mobility, every game does that. It's just, they have to be a current game, you know? But for us Mass Effect players, we are just experiencing this in Mass Effect for the first fucking time. And for us, it is almost like, and I use this analogy a lot in my gameplay videos. It's like if you've ever played baseball, when they put a weight on the bat, and you take a couple swings with the weight on the bat. So, in this case, the old Mass Effect games are the baseball bat with the weight on them. When you take that weight off, you swing and you do much better, right? Obviously. That's what it feels like jumping into this game as far as mobility is concerned. Because you're so goddamn mobile, it's so hard for the enemies to get you. They have a really tough time. You have such good dodge moves and jumps, and the enemies just cannot keep up most of the time. They're really kind of screwed. And it just feels very, very easy to get out of bad situations and get into situations. It's really awesome, guys. So while the powers and the guns and the pretty much everything sucks in this game as far as damage is concerned compared to the old, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, the mobility kind of ensures that at least you're way more survivable on average, So that is a good thing in this game, if you guys haven't realized it yet. I mean, that's really awesome, the mobility. So why am I talking about this? Well, because we put 1 point in fitness. What do we have going for us? And you see right there, it's a great example. Like, I took a little bit of damage, I'm instantly in cover. I can dodge out of the bad situation so fast. And there's no goddamn recharge on that charge. I mean, when they added the dodge animation to like Halo 5, everyone lost their shit. It's like, oh, that's not Halo. That's such a good. Because I think Halo players, obviously, it's player versus player, so it's a whole nother animal as far as competitiveness. But my point is, they really understand just how good having a dodge move is. You know what I'm saying? And in that game, there's a long recharge. You can't just dodge willy-nilly, non-fucking-stop. You gotta wait between dodges a good amount of time. It's a thruster pack. It's just like this game. But in this game, you can just do it non-fucking-stop. You can just be, if you wanted to, you could just be pressing the dodge button for your mobility for the entire goddamn game. To get places, to dodge, to do whatever. And it's awesome. So, combine that with Tactical Cloak and Energy Drain. Holy shit, guys. You are super survivable. So, when you take into account, you have Tactical Cloak, so the enemies can't fucking see you. You have Energy Drain to get your shield back. And you have these amazing dodge moves. It's just going to be very hard for the enemies to kill you guys. So, I don't see the point in putting more than 1 point in fitness as far as my play style is concerned, as far as how I play. Now, I did discuss in the beginning how you could get a little bit more if you wanted to. But I think if you guys start playing it the way I'm telling you to, the way I like to do it, you'll realize very soon. It might be hard at first. You might be like, what is this, man? I'm taking damage so easily. But I really don't even feel the damage when I play this character. I don't. I mean, just because the mobility with the cloak and energy drain, it's great. So, yeah. And the other thing you gotta remember is, guys, if you're fucking killing the enemies so goddamn fast that they can't shoot you, that's a thing. Remember that. This character kills enemies so fast. Because, and this is just with, like, one of the starting sniper rifles. Very, very good gun. I'm knocking the gun, but just saying it's a starting gun. Soon you'll have an even better gun. We all will. And if it's doing this much damage with this base sniper, imagine how much damage it's going to be doing then. So, yeah, guys, this is a really, really solid character, and his survivability is amazing. Just look at the kill feed. I mean, this gun is ridiculous. It really is. I mean, thank God I unlocked this, because it's sad in a way, because it makes me only want to use snipers on so many characters. And it's like, I want to use a good AR. I want to use a good submachine gun. I want to use a good shotgun. I don't have one yet. This is like, that's the thing. That's the only drawback. But it is slaying, guys. It is an absolutely good sniper rifle. Now, what else should I be telling you? I mean, you're cloaking, energy draining, and shooting. That's your basic roundup. And I do love being able to hit so many targets with energy drain. It's awesome. In this gameplay, I'll get a couple detonations from my teammates, but not a lot. Just because they weren't really setting them up a lot. But inherently, if you're this kind of guy, your role is kind of, with this setup, to be doing monster DPS and to detonate, for your teammates. And you'll be able to do that very effectively. because you're hitting up to 4 fucking people with that energy drain. Ridiculously good, guys. And it does make the enemies easier to hit if you start with an energy drain, because they're just kind of stunned a little bit. So not all of them, but some of them. So that is good too. Just watch. I mean, just watch closely as I'm talking about other things. Just how I'm able to get in and out of bad situations so easily with the mobility in this game. That's what I'm probably saying it too much at this point, but I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Like, it's just not a problem so many times in this game when you get into shitty situations because of the mobility. Alright, last time I'm going to say mobility, promise it. Now, as far as this gun is concerned, you can see I'm running and gunning with it. I'm not sitting in the back, you know, picking off enemies. You can be very effective sitting in the back picking off enemies, and you can be very effective running and gunning. So it's kind of up to you guys. Here, sometimes you're going to see it's a bitch when enemies are sidestepping. It's kind of hard to shoot them when they're sidestepping like that. But, you know, oftentimes you'll see in some of my gameplays, I'm sure, like when a guy's like sidestepping so much, I just fucking get pissed off and throw every grenade at him for dicking me like that. It's pretty funny to see. Like, you'll see me miss a couple times, then I'm just like, fuck this. And I just throw like every sticky I have at him. Not much else to say about. I mean, the sticky nades, again, like, I didn't use them as much as I should have in this gameplay, actually. But it is nice to have 4 that hit that hard. And they are not something that you're going to be using a lot. Guys, you are primarily cloaking, energy draining, and shooting, or cloaking and shooting, or cloaking, or just energy draining and shooting. Now, when do you use the nades? You know, when you see a bunch of enemies bunched up, or if you have a target that you want to kill super fast. Basically, that's when you use them. You know what I'm saying? It is nice to have them in your back pocket, but your bread and butter is just cloaking and shooting enemies with your sniper rifle. But it is nice to have these nades. Now, the thing about sniping is, in general, you're not going to use the nades as, and right there you'll see, I mean, I cloaked and then I naded the guy and then I just ended up killing him with the gun. That's kind of the problem. Versus single targets, the nades aren't much good because your sniper is going to kill him before the nades can even go off. So the nades are useful primarily for, like I said, bunched up enemies, or when there's like an enemy that can take so much damn damage that it's just worth it. So, you know, I mean, if you're seeing a group of enemies and you're debating whether you're going to start picking them off with your rifle or you're going to start nading them, your decision should, you know, be pretty simple, because if they're bunched up, your sniper can't do AoE damage, but your nades can. I mean, not rocket science. And as far as the bosses are concerned, the bigger armored targets, it is very useful to, you know, put a couple nades into them for sure, guys. I mean, but you'll see, I mean, there's often times in this gameplay when I'm like, you know, I could kill these, and I could literally get the kills faster just using this awesome gun than I could with the sticky. So I'm just going to use the gun. But yeah, if I could do one thing different in this gameplay, it would be to use the stickies a little bit more in those kind of situations. Not to use the nades more for the sake of using them, like I said, just use them in the situations I described more often. But yeah, guys, I was having a lot of fun just demolishing with this sniper rifle. This character is so good at level 20. I hope you guys really work and get this guy ranked up and enjoy it right now, because we're all kind of struggling with crappy guns, and it's really seems to be that this game is the Vanguard's kind of territory, because Mass Effect has always been the Infiltrator. They've always been the top dog. You know what I'm saying? The Infiltrator has always been just a ridiculously unstoppable juggernaut with with the damage they get from tactical. Here I'm gonna get pissed off because sorry for sidestepping me and my shitty aim not helping me out. So I'm just going to fucking nade the shit out of her. So, one thing I will point out, and you guys tell me that if you have this experience too, I find that once I miss, like, I'll be like just rambling, just nailing every single shot. But once I miss one shot, my whole gameplay goes off from that point, from missing one shot. And then it takes a minute to kind of take a deep breath, like, and get back into it. But missing a shot totally psychs me out, and then like my next couple shots are always bad. So you guys tell me if you have that experience too. So anyways, what was I talking about? I can't remember now. Just look at this annihilation, guys. It's so fucking good. ridiculous. I mean, this gun and the stickies and the energy drain. I think I was talking about how the guns aren't. Basically, guys, I think this is what I was saying earlier. Is that it's going to be so refreshing to have. Oh yeah, I was talking. I now remember. Okay. I was talking about how basically infiltrators have always kind of been the top dogs of Mass Effect games because their tactical cloak is so good and everything. And the snipers are just so good. The devs love to make OP snipers. Clearly, I mean, just look at this gameplay. The snipers are just always kind of the best in the game from the get-go. So it is interesting to see that this game seems to be a little bit different. And you might be questioning, you're like, Robbie, I'm watching, you know, you ranting and raving about how good this SALARIAN infiltrator is and this sniper is. And he is. But make no mistake, guys, they have definitely nerfed the infiltrators for this game compared to Mass Effect 3. They definitely have, guys, in my opinion. I mean, if you've played the other Mass Effect games and you've played this game, you will notice right away, wow, infiltrators don't seem as powerful as they used to be. And they've kind of taken away a lot of the stuff that made infiltrators so good. And you know who really seems to be top dogging in this game? It's the Vanguards, guys. Really, honestly, the Krogan Vanguard and the Human Vanguard, they seem to be just the ultimate beast in this game. Because in general, I feel like close range combat has benefited the most from these new movement mechanics. If you remember playing Mass Effect 2 on like Insanity, you would always charge in with your Vanguard, and there would be this super awkward moment after you've charged in a big group of enemies, and they're all staring at you, and you literally have no follow-up move. You're just staring at them with your gun, and hopefully you have incendiary rounds to stagger the shit out of them. But it's just a very awkward moment, because you can either run for cover after charging in, or try and kill all those enemies, or try and stagger them all with the incendiary rounds. Basically, you have to try and kill them so fast that they couldn't kill you. In this game, you can charge in, get whiz in and out, do all kinds of crazy dodges, and in general, your melees are so good, your Nova, you know, everything about it. It's just, and the other big glaring problem about Vanguards is like, in this game, when you charge in an enemy and you're like up close with the enemies, your teammates can't fucking shoot them. It's such a pain in the ass when you're playing an infiltrator and the guy on your team is playing a Vanguard. His fat ass will be completely blocking your shot. Like, you cannot hit that enemy if he's like anywhere in front of them. And it's really kind of a pain in the ass having that experience. What I often do when I have Vanguards on my team, and this is very effective, guys. Yeah. My bad, guys. Somebody was calling me there. What I was saying is what I often like to do when I'm playing with Vanguards is they will keep the enemies all bunched up and close to them. The enemies will kind of converge on them. The Vanguard will keep them stunned and just be, you know, beating the shit out of them. They'll all be grouped up. I like to toss the nades right in that nice little group that the Vanguard has collected. So effective, and you'll help him out a lot too. Here I'm going to run and run and run, try and get this teammate up. I'm not going to be able to do it. I tried. It's tough. If you die in these buildings, it's really kind of hard to get you. In general, the buildings can be kind of a death zone if you're not kind of getting in and out, because you have much less escape routes than you do outside. While it's a more confined space, it is kind of tougher. So yeah, guys. Coming to a close right here. What a fun gameplay, what a fun character. Just cloaking, energy drain, then shooting, and it's oftentimes using the grenades on the groups of enemies and the heavily armored targets. Not much to say. I feel like the gun really kind of makes him. I mean, you can use any sniper you want, and you can use any gun you want in general too. Shotgun would be awesome. This is the best gun I have so far, so this is what I'm going to put on him, and he does very well with it. Anything else to say about this character? Not really, guys. I mean, just kind of, you're going to have to practice your aim and you have to practice your mobility. But remember, I always tell you, the build cannot play the game for you. Alright, guys, be sure to rate, like, comment, subscribe if you did enjoy this and you want to see more Andromeda content. You guys have an awesome day.